Hi. I'm going into depot here in a couple years, and
Are you, though?
I was just wondering, like, what are some things we should do to get
Oh,
started? Like,
okay, this is going to be a tough one.
I'm already doing volunteer firefighting, but what are some things that we should improve on that would look good on our applications that we are guaranteed to get accepted?
Guaranteed.
Not that there is ever a guarantee, but
Yeah.
something that could drastically help us. This is a couple of questions like that. I do love your channel and everything.
Thanks, dude.
Love watching your videos.
Thank you.
And you really inspired me
Oh,
to become part of the RCMP. It's definitely something I'm interested in. So I just want to say thank you for all that, and
oh,
just get back to me whenever you can. Thank you. My name is Braden Lee. I'm 19 years old, and I'm a volunteer firefighter with the Chestermere Fire Rescue in Alberta. Thank you.
nice. Brandon. Brandon Lee, I think he said. Thanks, dude. That was nice. Thank you. Thanks for calling, man. Man, tough question. It's not really a tough question. I just don't know how I'm going to answer it. Volunteer firefighter is going to help you enormously. Okay. What's the hardest part of the process, okay? There's two things. It's passing that test, the entrance exam. It took me forever because I was stupid. And I cheated my way through grade 12. The people that are going to that are going to have a good time, easy time passing that entrance exam are going to be people that have just graduated from high school. Piece of math on it is stupid. It's stupid. I had to get a tutor for math. That didn't even help. It's ridiculous. I was told that the vocabulary and spelling is easier, but when I took it, there was words that I didn't even recognize. Never even recognized, even with the spelling. I heard that's different. So number one, you got to get through the entrance exam, which you're going to have no problem with. But it's the interview. It's hard for a 19-year-old. It happens. People pass it all the time, the interview. But that's the number one thing that you got to pass. It doesn't matter how much schooling you have. It's the interview that you have to pass. You need to write a story of your life. Tell me a time when you did this, right? Cop-like. Tell me a time when you did this. And if you didn't do that time, it's hard to answer that question. Volunteer firefighter, you're going to be able to answer some of those questions because of it. So you're kind of already doing it. It's easy for an auxiliary. It's not easy, but it's easier for an auxiliary because they're able. Whoa, I went to that call. I'll tell you a time when I did that, when I had to do that. There's also easier questions like, tell me a time where you told the truth. Tell me a time where you were honest. Tell me a time when you were honest, but you didn't have to be honest. But you were honest anyways. You knew you wouldn't be caught, but you were honest anyways. It's all about the interview, I think. Well, I know. So that's how you improve your chances. You live life. You experience life. If you don't have... when I did my interview, I used to work for Budget Rent-A-Car, okay? I washed cars. I used examples from Budget Rent-A-Car. I used to work at Safeway as a cashier. I used examples from Safeway. But the older I got, the easier the interview obviously was. The thing with the interview, don't even care that they're in front of you. I think they do it on Zoom now. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Mine was in person. That's how it should be. But the thing with the interview is, they ask the question. You got all the time in the world to answer it, unless you're being interviewed by a weirdo. So think about it. Think about the question, and think about your answer, and rack your brain. I was able to rattle off everything during my interview because I was prepared, very prepared. If you enjoyed that short clip, do something about it and watch the entire podcast right here. Take care, everybody.
What's that?